Okay, solution to this equation lies between 2 and 3. Use method of trial and improvement to find the solution correct to one decimal place. So we expected to solve this, okay? So you can get an x value here, so that it goes in here and you end up with 0 out. We're not going to be able to get it to equal 0 exactly, okay? That's why they say use trial and improvement. Because the value of x for this is 0. It could be a horrible number, it could go on forever, right? It could be a horrible decimal number. But all they want is to one decimal place. So we take this here and it says, look, it's got to be between 2 and 3, right? It's 2 point something. So the first thing you've got to do is always go for 2.5. Set x to be 2.5. Always go in the middle, okay? You have to do that. If you don't, you're not going to get the full marks, okay? So to get 1 mark, you go in between what they've said here. So we'll chuck it in here, right? Now, don't need to write this out all the time, but maybe I'll write this out just to start with. Okay, so I'm going to substitute in 2.5. We'll work out what that is. So you get your calculator. 2.5 cubed minus 6 bracket 2.5 minus 4. And you get out then this, press the SD button, minus 3.375. Remember, we wanted it to be 0. Okay, so when you put 2.5 in, you end up with a negative answer. It's given us an answer which is too small. We want to get closer to 0. So 2.5 is too small, right? So we need to try a bigger number, right? Now, when you try a bigger number, it's important to go one step at a time, right? So we're going to try 2.6, okay? Don't be silly and try something bigger, like 2.7, 2.8. You go one step at a time, okay? So what I can do here is press the back button and change this to be 2.6. You get, again, negative answer. Now, I'm not going to write all this down, right? There's no need to write 2.6 cubed, blah, 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 blah. What's important is you put the answer in. Right? That's what the examiner is looking for. You don't need to write this out, okay? This is what's important. This is too small. Okay, so 2.6 is too small. Let's try 2.7. Okay, and you need to go one step at a time, right? And press the back button there, change this to a 7, and you're not really then having to do too much work on this. So that comes out again, that's negative. Okay, so again, it's too small. Okay, so you've got to take your time on this. So now 2.7 is too small. Let's try 2.8. Okay, so you've got 2.8 in. So let's change this now to 2.8. And you go, oh, this time's a positive number. Okay, and that's good, isn't it? The 2.8, when you put that in here, it actually goes above 0. So 2.8 is actually too big because it's providing us with a larger answer than what we want. So 2.7 is too small because it's negative. 2.8 is too big. All right. They just want an answer. The exam people just want an answer correct to one decimal place. So 2.7 is too small. 2.8 is too big. Okay, obviously it's in between there somewhere. It's in between 2.7 and 2.8, but they only want it to one decimal place. So the answer is either going to be 2.7 or 2.8. Okay. Now what you shouldn't do is have a guess, right? Some people think now, oh, okay, well that's closer to 0 than this is, so it's got to be 2.7. That will not get you the 4 marks. Okay, if you just put now down what you think it is, forget it. You will only get 2 marks, right? As you stand, you've got 2 marks. You have to show now more work comes out. Okay, this is so important. If you don't do this next step, you will not get full marks. So what we do now is, I tend to draw a little number line. Put 2.7 one end, 2.8 the other, and I go in between them, bang in the middle. It's 2.75. Remember, 2.7 was too small, 2.8 is too big. So let's check what 2.75 is. Let's see what that comes out to be. So let's go back here. .2.75 comes out to be 0.296875. Okay, now that is 2.75 is positive, slightly too big, isn't it? So that's too big. Now think about it. 2.7 is too small, and now 2.75 is too big, so somewhere here is the right answer. So if the result is somewhere here, we need to go smaller, don't we? We need to go smaller than 2.75. So if it's smaller than 2.75, to one decimal place, it rounds to 2.7. Okay? And the fact that I've tried in the middle there, okay, will get me the third mark and then the fourth mark for putting 2.7. If I had just written 2.7, I'd only get 2 marks. But the fact that I've worked out what's in the middle, and I've shown this, and I've shown this answer, which is what they're looking for, you get full marks.